Was there anyone on the show that you disliked? So he was a terrible traitor. Let's see if he's a better cook. Freddie! But do you know what? I was thinking, being a terrible traitor, is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing.
I think it's a good thing.
It shows the world that you're not a great liar.
You're not an arsehole. No, it's a game, right? No, but Freddie, really happy to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
How have you been? How's life?
Yeah, I've been good. Crazy. It's crazy coming off like such a big show and then everyone just like now knowing you. So it's like really weird. I like walk into uni and like everyone just stares at me. It's just like, why are you staring at me?
Can you stop staring at me?
I secretly love it.
I've been in Traitors, am I? Yeah, it's me. I'm the good-looking one. Okay.
You're too kind.
No, but really happy to have you here. It was funny. Freddie's mum actually messaged me last night. She said, he can't open a tin, so just look after him. I said, Mum, I got you. He's on the cheese.
I'm on the cheese.
He's on the cheese. There's no knife.
Job.
He's on the cheese. So I said to Freddie, what do you want to cook? You said Italian
base.
And I took the lead. I said, simple carbonara.
Perfect.
So what I'm going to get you doing is just, we've got half and half of pecorino cheese and parmigiano.
Okay.
Definitely didn't say that as well as an Italian, but we moved. So I'm going to get you to grate that very slowly so that we get enough time to talk, and I'm going to cut this one, Charlie. But yeah, no, Freddie, talk to me. So you come off the show, you were saying that you're getting recognised now. Like, how's that been? What's that feeling like?
It's really strange. I think it's weird as well because we've had to keep the secret for so long about this show. So to me, it's like it didn't just happen, but obviously for reliving it, like for everyone else, it's just happened.
Yeah.
So it's just like weird for everyone to like know about our little secret that was like our little close little thing, and now the whole kind of nation knows about it. So it's like weird. And like at university, I get like recognised all the time, and it's really nice. It's really sweet and all that. But it's just like such an like adapting to like a new
it's a
situation.
new world for sure.
100%.
And it's quite hard to navigate as well because it's nothing really that you can be prepared for.
Exactly.
Especially when you're a strapping man like yourself.
You're a charmer.
So let's get straight to the juice straight away because I think a lot of people want to know. Have you got a partner? Are you in a relationship?
Yes, I've got a girlfriend. I've been with my girlfriend. Sorry guys. Little exclusive for you there. Yes, I've got a girlfriend. And we've been together since. Like, she knew about the show and all that, so I went away for like 3 weeks and then she came back.
How was that being away from her? Do you guys see each other quite a lot?
Yeah, so we go to different unis, but we try and see each other like most weekends or whatnot. But yeah, it was quite hard to be fair. It was even not seeing my girlfriend, not seeing my friends.
I guess it's the same as Love Island, no phone.
Yeah, no phone, no contact. My mum was like my mum would have found it worse than I would have done. She was going crazy.
You're a mummy's boy as well, like me, aren't you?
Major mummy's boy. Yeah, and it's not a bad thing. I think that's why in the show I really like bonded with Frankie.
I've not to talk about the tears, but that hit me. I felt sad when I saw that because, you know, she's a mum. She kind of saw you as like her own little child,
yeah, exactly, 100%.
And then she just voted for you.
I know. It was sad. I was like, wow, we are doing this cutthroat thing. But no, I think from then on as well, it really like solidified our relationship because she felt like so sorry afterwards about it, and it kind of like I needed someone to kind of take me under their wing because I was like 20 when I filmed the show. So everyone else.
And now you're much more older and mature. How old are you now?
21. Yeah, how older? But you know, it's such a like she was such a big key part for me in that game, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without her. So.
And what do you think you've kind of like taken away from the show? Because I feel like, for me, for example, with Love Island, like unless you go on a show like that, you don't really understand. So what being on a show like that has it kind of like you taken away from it?
I think for me, it's like it was being able to meet.
I can't trust nobody no more.
Yeah, that as well. But I got to meet so many different people from so many different walks of life that I would never, ever like come across in my life. So I think that just like being able to speak to like Linda, who's like 70, like our worlds would never ever like legend, but like would never like our words would never like meet up. So like it's taken like the wisdom from them. It also think it really like matured me in a sense that everyone was in there saying that I was like really mature.
You were mature, to be fair,
which was quite nice, and like I'm just glad it all kind of unfolded. Unless the step room I didn't win, but other than that, it like was really, really like sweet and nice, and like just bonding with people from all different walks of life. I thought was amazing, and just learning like debating skills and like being able to like articulate points and stuff like that. So
because you're a politician, right? You're studying politics at uni, so do you feel like skills you learned from uni you can kind of transfer into that?
Yeah, I definitely always said like at the round table, my strength would probably be being able to like argue a point.
Maybe I think the fact that you were so mature for your age and you could communicate yourself so well, I think people were kind of like suspicious of that. Because a lot of young people, they can't really articulate themselves. I mean, you sounded much more mature than about all the boys on my season.
Oh, I appreciate that. I think for me as well, I think the reason a lot of people thought it was me throughout the whole entire thing, I think unfortunately because Harry won last year, people were more susceptible to someone that was young and charming apparently. And then apparently I'm charming. So I think that's what was like a big like thing for people. They were like, we can't trust a boy like that, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. So that was kind of it. But I was really proud of myself for like, I was like #1 on the hot seat since like episode 2 or 3.
Yeah, I was surprised you made it that far.
And then to make it that far, I was surprised. Every time I'd walk in, I'd be like, what? I'm still here.
Oh my God! And then when you were a traitor, oh my God.
I just thought,
you were the worst traitor.
I was the worst traitor ever. I keep seeing like rankings on TikTok. It's like, oh, rank your traitors in the UK. And I'm always the last one.
But you know what? I think it's quite sweet, you know? Come on, and I think it is annoying. I've seen interviews of you saying the only annoying thing about it is like you're so ready to tell people you spent so long on a show where you're like, I'm fucking faithful.
Yeah, literally.
And then you get switched to the dark side by Charlotte.
I was fuming. Like I just remember walking in. It was such a weird experience. Like I was like, oh, like there's no, like I thought we were really good friends at this point. Like so there's like we were getting along. I was like, you're the one I trust the most, blah blah blah. And obviously I then
you were so naive.
I was literally walked in. I was like, oh my God, it's you. This is actually wild. And I was always like, you could tell she was like really enjoying the role of being a traitor. So when we like stood up in the turret and we discussed Who to Murder, I generally just was, I stood there in silence and said, Charlotte, do what you want. I was like, I don't want to like murder
take the lead,
Take the lead, and obviously in hindsight, probably should have let that happen.
She was very good, to be fair.
She was great, like it was incredible. And I was like, I generally thought, like I'm not that naive, like I knew that she was going to throw me under the bus. I was like, you've recruited me because there's heat on me, like I'm not stupid, but I generally didn't think it would happen before I even walk in, if that makes sense. I thought, okay, she might flitter my name throughout the day.
She was smart with it.
She was smart with it, but then Frankie did some justice and picked her.
I rated how as well on your kind of when you knew you were going, you were like, nah, I'm not going down without kind of into. What did you say again? What did you kind of do?
So like I just like. My whole plan was I wasn't gonna, throughout the day, I wasn't gonna like argue with Charlotte and be like, why have you done this, blah, blah, because I was like, whatever. I've kind of sealed my own fate anyway, because I came up with a ridiculous lie about Mina, which is so silly. But
you know when you like tell a white lie, you start like.
I thought it was really good. When I first said it, I was like,
did you think you sold it?
I was like, wow, Fred,
I'm not.
I was like, where did this come from? And then Leanne just like storms in and goes, you didn't tell me. And I was like, oh no, here we go. So it was like a risk, but it really didn't pay off. And then when I was at the round table, I was like, I'm not gonna like bring up her name at all. I'm just gonna vote for her regardless, because I was like, I'm clearly getting eliminated here. So like, let's just like vote. Because I was like, I wanted like the faithfuls to win, because I had been a faithful for the most of the thingy bobby.
Guys, please remember me the faithful, not the traitor. I know I've got turned at the end.
Exactly. And then I said it, and then like it was just you're not allowed to give it away too much. So I could just vote for them, and then that's all I could say. I can't be like.
Well, I always think that as well, because like you know how like say if you. No. So, for example, you knew that Charlotte was a traitor. Is there no way you can kind of just be like, this like, are they very strict on like you can't?
It's very strict. Like you can't like you can go for another traitor. So I could have gone around the whole day and been like, I think it's Charlotte.
Yeah.
But in that point as well, I just like knew no one was going to believe me, because like I lied, and also like you guys
in too deep.
Yeah, and you guys thought it was me from the start anyway. So like anything I say is not credible.
Yeah.
So I had to do it really like strategically and like just vote for her and like.
You're like, I miss my mum anyway.
Yeah, I was like, get me out of here. I'm so done with this. And even to the point, it was like, even if I got to the final and like won the whole thing, I would have just bawled my eyes out, because I would have been like, I would have felt so guilty that I like took money from people that I'm like actually like really, really close with and good friends.
Yeah, a little bit like how Harry felt really guilty about taking the money.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's not a nice feeling. I mean, and also for him, I guess he did work for it. Like he did start as a traitor, whereas I would have been like, I've just like swooped in like, a day and then just taken. I'd be like, this is awful. Like, I just don't really.
But I also like, I know it's a game, right? I do understand that. But I also feel like it's not like, if I was Harry, for example, and you kind of, if you know you've done your friend dirty like that, because when I had Molly on the show, I said, did Harry take you on holiday? And
yeah.
Like, no, but it's fine. And I'm just like, if you're a bit older, I personally wouldn't be able to do that. I don't think it's a very nice thing to do.
No, of course. And like, I just feel like you'd feel guilty about it for like ever, sort of thing.
So let me ask you this, because I really enjoyed the series or the episode where you had that dinner. And you kind of really got to see a different side to people, because I think, like you said, everyone's so stressed and anxious. It was nice.
It was a nice time.
Do they normally do that in the series?
So like in other series, they've had like, they've kind of had like a
little dinner.
I think they did it last year though. But the season 1, they did like a little dinner thing.
Yeah.
But their dinner ended with like, if you want to go and take $5,000, you can just go.
Yeah.
And I would have been like, yeah, let's go. I'm over this. But it was the one time where we were told we don't have to speak about the game.
Yeah.
We can just like get to know each other.
That was really sweet, and I think it was really nice kind of learning about your relationship with your mum. Obviously, I'm a mummy's boy as well.
Yeah, big up the mummy's boys.
We'll agree with that one.
Yeah.
But I think, like you say, I don't get girls that are like, they don't like mummy's boys. I think respecting your mum and
it shows good manners.
I mean,
and, like,
of course.
I don't like. I always see like some that'll be on TikTok. It would be like, oh, a red flag is when they're such like a mummy's boy, and I just think, surely you'd rather want someone that's close to their mum, arguably has been probably taught to treat a lady like properly and stuff like that, I think. And like just having that sort of like tenderness and care and sensitivity. Whereas like some people aren't like that, but like...
God, people out there are so angry that you're in a relationship.
Apologies, people.
How has your girlfriend kind of found it? Because obviously it must be a new world for her navigating.
Yeah, of course. I think because we're both so young, it's like a really hard like thing to navigate as such. Like I think it's been a bit stressful on both ends. I think she'd be scrolling through TikTok and she'd just be seeing like edits of me being made and stuff.
So
and it's not nice. It's not nice for anyone, is it? It's
You're like, let me see. Oh,
I was like, I don't look good looking now, but it is like it can get like a bit as well. Like
yeah, I get it. When you're young as well,
exactly. So it's just hard to navigate, but we're trying our best to like try and like just like go through it and see what happens with it and stuff. But yeah, it's all right. But she was really proud of it.
I always say to my girlfriend, something we're just trying to do at the moment. I think when you're the best version of yourself, your relationship kind of reaps the rewards of that. So if you could both kind of like focus on being happy, do your own thing, so that when you do come together, you really thrive. You know?
No, 100%. I agree.
So what's the plan? Like you left the show. You're obviously a little bit of a fashionista. So are you telling me about ASOS? What's next for Freddie?
Yeah, I think for me, it's just like, I've always been brought up, like it was always like, go to school, go to uni, get a 9 to 5. And then I went on this show and like, even just seeing how everything's like made and filmed, I was like, whoa, there's this whole other world that I've like never really, because you don't learn about that at school and stuff, like it's not something thing.
No.
And then I just didn't know, obviously you don't know how the show's gonna come across, how you're gonna come across to people, how people are gonna accept you and stuff like that. But it was almost like, I thought, okay, like I've got like I got a bit of following. I was like, oh, this is nice, whatever. Yeah. And I've always wanted to be like a TV presenter. Like if you asked me my dream, I'd be like, I want to be a TV presenter and stuff like that. So I just thought it was always like giving me this platform. It's like I'd regret myself if I look back on 5 years and I hadn't like at least tried to like, go into that sort of field. So it's probably just like go for that. I'm quite confident with like speaking and going on this show's like giving me like so much confidence. And not in a really cocky way, but just in like I feel like 10 million people have watched me cry now can probably do most things. Like it's never that deep anymore. So it's worked in that sort of way. And then I wouldn't mind doing a bit of like, I don't know, a bit of like modelling here and there, whatnot. And just
I don't know, a bit more thirst traps. Get a few more of those on the FYP page.
Oh, that was when I was watching. So I didn't know obviously when that was.
I bet your mum's got them all saved.
I was sat there with my mum and my 2 nans. We were watching. I think it was episode 2. So like again, I knew that I filmed it, but you don't know when it's going to get put in because you don't know when the traitors debate to murder you. Yeah. So when they were discussing that, I thought, oh my God, it's going to come. I was like, oh my God, it's going to come. And then it came and I was just like horrified. And I was like, oh my God. As early as episode 2, I thought we might get them a bit further down the line. Yeah. And then it would come down, but it is what it is.
So how are you getting on with your cheese?
Yeah, it's going well. I made a bit of mess though, but like...
It's all right. It's all right. We're going to put it... I got you that plate, but it's fine.
Oh, is that where you wanted me to put it?
Yeah, please. You can do that afterwards. It's all good though. So why is Mumsy so worried about you cooking? Are you not a very good cook then? I'm
terrible, like actually terrible. Like I can't even make like beans on toast. Like it's actually worrying.
Right, so you're going to be watching. You're going to be on 1 million views on this video, just re-watching how to make a carbonara.
Literally, I couldn't even tell you what goes in a carbonara. Like I'm actually just like thick when it comes to food. Like it's just not my strength at all. So when you ask me to come on, it's a good thing you got your fuck. Come on, but you got to do all the cooking.
That's what his management says. He'll come on if he can grate cheese. So you're doing a great job.
Well, thank you.
And look, so what I'm doing, just so you know, so this is guanciale, so it's basically like a cured meat. It's almost like bacon.
Okay.
But this is like the proper stuff that you'd have in a carbonara. It's quite gamey and tough, so you kind of have to chop the skin off, break it down. And what we're going to do is we basically put this into a cold pan. There's no oil, because it's quite, if you look at it, it's quite fatty. Okay. It will release a lot of oil. So what we're going to do with that cheese, we're going to add it into a bowl with about 3 egg yolks to get that really nice creamy kind of paste. We'll add the egg yolks, the cheese, and once we fry down this guanciale, we use that oil to make a really nice, sexy paste. But you're doing a great job, mate.
I didn't even know there was egg in carbonara. How bad's that?
Huh?
Didn't even know there was egg in carbonara. How bad is that?
Right, Freddie, just stop talking. We want to get you those brand deals. We want to make sure that
I love cooking.
You're a politician, you're smart, you're going to take over the world.
Oh, God.
Who are some people that like you look up to? It could be in like the social media realm, it could be just in like politics. Like who do you kind of look up to?
That's a great question, to be fair. So I used to do sports, so I'm into like, I used to do athletics, so I'm quite into like athletics. I used to always look up to Katarina Johnson-Thompson, if you know who that is, and like Jessica Ennis, and like Greg Rutherford, and people like that. Yeah. So they've always like, I think that's why I've got such like a competitive drive and stuff like that. That's why I applied for the show. It's like, in my head, I was like, you're getting it. I was like, you've got to manifest these things sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, because obviously so many people apply, but I was like, just go for it and see what happens. So I look up to them, politics-wise. Politics. I look up to, there's a lady called Zara Sultana, and she's an MP. I can't remember where from. It's somewhere in London, but she just speaks like, she speaks her truth, but she speaks what like everyone should be saying, but like too scared. They'll just like obey the party or whatever. Whereas she's like really speaks her mind, and everything she says is like I like kind of stand for, and I'm just like go.
And who do you think, if you kind of put that in the context of the Traitors, was there anyone that you felt like they really just kind of stayed in the choir or didn't really say their two pence? Was there? Or do you feel like everyone was quite like?
I think everyone was quite. I generally think that everyone. This was quite. Like, I remember I was looking at comments on the show, and it was like these guys all hate each other because it was like everyone was like coming for blood at everyone at each other. You had people sending for you all the time. I remember even there, like I remember sat there thinking my game plan's really not worked. So I thought I'm going to shave off my like non-existent beard, my moustache, look like a baby. They're not going to come for me.
Who's this? Who's this new person?
And then they all just started like not attacking me, but like when you think it's hard, when you think someone's a traitor, you do just think they're lying to you, so then you do build up a sort of like, it's not hate, but it's like, I dislike this person because like,
the thing is as well, like, I obviously judge it as a viewer, but unless you're in that scenario, like you can say like, oh, it's just a game, but like those little things would get to you.
No, 100%.
But for me personally, I did not like, and I know how things can kind of get showed, but I really didn't like how Kaz got treated.
Yeah, no, of course.
I don't think that's something that you can kind of shy away from. Like, if you come in the room, you stop talking. I just don't like.
Yeah, it was really sad. It was like really upsetting to like watch through that. And I remember like, I think we had like a conversation in there. And I was like, it was almost really tough for me because it was like, it was either me or him getting like voted off, and you have to be selfish in that aspect. I just voted for him. I think I was in floods of tears. I was like, I'm so sorry. I have no clue who it is. But
I completely get that you're going to vote for who you vote for, but in terms of like when making someone feel secluded, like that's not nice.
Yeah, of course. I think there was some stuff where like some of them would then go up to him and be like, oh, I'm really sorry, but obviously not everything gets like shown on it. But I do understand. Like, I remember when people watched that like clip, it was like even I watched it because I obviously wasn't in that room, so I didn't know that happened or whatever. And I was like, oh, that's.
I'm not involved.
I was like, it's not me. I'm also here fighting for my life here. But
was there anyone on the show that you disliked?
No, I like everyone. No, I like everyone. Obviously, you like gel with certain.
So who did you gel with the most?
Gel with the most? I've got. I could be here for a while, but like definitely like in there.
Linda, Lisa, Mina.
To start with, it was me, Leanne, and Maya. We were like a little tight knit little group. Then we were just like we were like taking it with jokes, we were just laughing the whole entire time. And I was like, you need enjoyment in a really stressful time like that. Like it was just like nice to have those two there.
Yeah.
Obviously Frankie, like throughout the whole thing, she was kind of like a rock in there for me. And then just like we had like I really got along with like Jake, Mina, Leon, Charlotte, Joe. I'd probably say.
Okay.
They were probably like the ones that I was like closest with.
Yeah.
And it kind of like it was at the start, it was like Leanne and that, and then as it got nearer the end, it was like me, Joe, Charlotte, and Frankie sort of thing. And I was like bonding with them. They kind of took me under their wing, and then me and Leanne were like best friends throughout the whole entire thing. So I think that was really nice.
I really liked Mina. I thought she was doing.
Mina's like the funniest person
She's
ever.
very
like,
cool.
Actually, like a comedian. Like she doesn't even know how funny she is. Like she would just be, and that's why she did so well. And even when you watch it, like. I've never seen people root for a traitor like they did with Mina because she's so like she comes across so lovely, and she is so lovely in real life. And it's like she was never doing it in like a malicious way. Not that it's ever malicious, but like she was never like.
I love how I've just got you grating cheese for like 10 minutes, and you only just done. It's perfect.
You're doing it slowly.
No, you did well.
But no, it's like really. It was really nice with Mina because watching it back, because I was like, she only ever sold out Amani and Linda when it was like their time was up. Like she never like. Properly like backstab them. Exactly. So I prefer that. But it was good to be fair.
So any other shows approached you? Anything you want to do next?
I'd love to go on like I don't know. Like I always think like whatever show finds me. But I'd love to.
So Love Island reached out. Girl puts that.
No.
Freddie.
Never that. But I would go on like maybe like Strictly Come Dancing, Hunted. I've got a few like got a bit of rhythm. We've got a bit of rhythm going. I'm sure I could shake the hips a bit.
Yeah.
Love a bit of Strictly Come Dancing. I do really like that Celebrity Bear Hunt. I did think that was sick.
I want to do like a show
I think it would be like super fun as well. Cause it's like it's good to go on shows like that. If that means like it's like fun, like the Traitors, it's like a psychological like game. I like stuff like that. So anything in that sort of like realm of like possibility.
As long as you don't need to lie to people, you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. So if would I lie to you after me, I'd be like, oh god.
No.
Don't know about that. But definitely Strictly Hunted, stuff in that sort of like realm of the work.
I think we've got all the cheese there.
Yeah, you sure?
Done. Yeah, thank you.
I think my fingers are broken.
You look at your fingers, you're like, my fingers. Perfect. So Freddie, great job on the cheese.
Thank you.
Guanciale's cut. I've actually got fresh black peppercorns.
There we go.
So we're going to break these down. This is broken, but
okay,
we'll make it work. I'm doing it because I know that these will go everywhere. That's fine. And you can already smell the aroma. So get your muscles in there.
Get my muscles.
Yeah, just be careful with your fingers.
Just like
so you kind of like bash it.
Easy!
And then rotate. Yeah.
Oh, this is like when they ask you to like tap your head and like do your stomach at the same time. It's multitasking, man.
Got a test for you, right? Stop. Look at me. Touch your shoulder. That's your elbow.
Why are you showing me up like this? I already can't cook.
Right, so I actually forgot to do a step because I asked Freddie, I was like, remind me to toast the peppercorns, and he didn't remind. No, I'm joking, it's my fault.
No, my bad.
Normally what you do is you toast the peppercorns, wait till you get that aroma, but I just got Freddie's looks, just got me too.
Aura.
Yeah, it's the aura. So we've got the peppercorns crushed already, it's fine. We're gonna use 3 eggs, and I like just using the yolk to get an extra creaminess.
Okay.
So just to separate the yolk, open it in half, and then you kind of just... Have you ever done that before?
No, I didn't know it was a thing. You learn something new every day, people.
Exactly. So you get all of that bogey looking egg yolk.
So is that like the white stuff that would be there?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's smart, he's fat.
It's not just a pretty face, people.
So I'm going to get you to do the next one.
Oh,
did you speak too soon?
I feel like that was taking it a bit far.
Not just a pretty face, let's see. So basically, in half.
So like just crack it.
Do you want me to show you one more?
No, I can do it.
Okay, look, let me just show you one thing. So you're going to hit it in half.
Okay. So
and then just make sure when you open, that's it. And then gently open and tilt it so that the yolk kind of doesn't fall out. So open that half, and then you're going to kind of rotate in between.
This is quite a small half though. Okay, I can fuck with it. It's like dripping.
Yeah.
Hope you're enjoying this.
You're doing all right. You're doing all right. Is the yolk? Is the white coming out?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, good job. Now put it into here.
Oh, it's like kind of broken. Is that fine?
It's fine.
You sure? There's a shell bit though.
Just quickly.
There's a shell.
We'll get it out. That's all right.
Hey.
Now take that to the bin.
I think you can do the next one.
Yeah, I'll do the next one.
That was traumatic.
So what we're going to do now, if you can just add a handful of the pecorino and the parmigiano, and we're going to kind of go until, because I know what the texture I kind of want, so do a bit more.
Of this one as well?
Of the other one, sorry. You want this to turn into a paste.
Okay.
So you'll see how this consistency kind of changes quite quickly. And I mean, this is obviously only just for me and you. We've probably gone a bit overboard in cheese, but we'll make some more later, it's fine.
Nothing ever wrong, cheese is great.
So you see how already that's kind of a paste?
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna add 1 more egg. To be honest, a lot of people, they'll do like 3 yolks and then 1 whole egg.
Yeah.
I quite like just to use the yolks.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's just personal preference, really.
No, I get you.
And we're gonna add, if you actually just add a handful of our black pepper, please. Look at that color.
It's a very nice colour.
Whoa, that's a lot.
You said a handful. You've been more specific. I take things very literal.
Wow, to be fair, maybe that's my fault. You like pepper? Because it's going to be peppery. So if you add a bit more of the cheese, 1 more handful each.
Yeah.
Thank you. And what we're actually going to do is we're going to cook down this guanciale.
Yeah.
And all of the oil that kind of gets released. So that is what you're looking for. Right, so we're going to add a water. Good amount. We're then going to add, and you do really, this is the handful I wanted actually, so you did well. Handful of salt. I know it looks like a lot, but you need to season your pasta. And we're going to bring that to a boil. So Freddie, as you know, we put a poll on last night. We want to see what the peoples want to ask you. I have no idea what these questions are. We just said to Freddie, it's like, if you want any questions about your skincare, but no, Freddie's going to answer your question, so let's go. I'm just going to look at the pasta.
I'd say regrets on the show, not so much. Like I really enjoyed the show. I think you could play that a million different times and a different outcome would happen. I probably regret saying Mina told me about the shield and then I probably wouldn't have got banished. But other than that, I really enjoyed myself, so it's good. The food was okay.
How were the croissants? Were they dry as fuck?
No, so breakfast was really good. Lunch and dinner.
Yeah, what did you get for lunch and dinner? Like
it's just like little sandwiches and like just like little quick bits. And dinner there'll be like a curry, a vegan option, stuff like that. It was all right, but I'm really, really fussy. So
what were you craving when you kind of got out?
A therapist maybe after all that trauma that I went through, but no, I'm joking.
Tell me your name, what's the problem?
It just was crazy. I crave flapjacks quite a bit. That's such a weird
And
craving.
carbonara?
Yeah, carbonara guys, yeah. So yeah, yes. So my nan is Jamaican and my granddad is Portuguese, and I think I've got a bit of Indian in me, and I'm obviously English as well. So little
Show off.
Sorry.
I'm normally the most.
There you go, people. I think that was the hardest thing for me because I remember when I stood there and said I was a traitor. The first thing I thought was I didn't care about losing. I thought these guys are gonna hate me. They're gonna think I've been this manipulative, lying individual for the whole entire time, and that, especially to Frankie and Leanne, that's broke my heart. So I was really upset about that. But it's the game you get. I got to wear a cape, I guess. That was enjoyable for the one day that I did it. I know. Apparently the gays and all that love me. So thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
That's what all the thirst traps are.
It's the shower scene that probably did it, but I love you guys.
You know it's actually Freddie that makes those? That's what he's been doing.
I probably, I don't know, it's a hard one. Maybe turn down the recruitment, but then I would have died and I wouldn't have won still. But just play it a bit better, be less naive, be more think with your head strategically. I was very oh my God, I love all these people, they're so nice. But people were actually in there backstabbing each other. So I need to, exactly.
Charlotte was like,
exactly. I had a Mackey's.
Carbonara.
No, it wasn't a Mackey's.
Carbonara.
I had a Nando's.
What's your Nando's order?
Oh, it's really embarrassing. I can't believe after this. I get lemon and herb to begin with, which is already crazy. I can't deal with spice people. But a butterfly burger, peri chips, and garlic bread. But lemon and herb, sorry guys. To be fair, not really. I actually thought
They heard that.
I was actually really scared for the crying scene to be longer than it was. Because in my head, I cried for ages.
Yeah.
So it was only a 3-minute clip, and I thought,
Frankie was so bad.
I was like, thank God. Nah, it was really sad. She sent me a message and said, oh my God, I'm crying on the sofa watching it. I was like, my mum's crying too, don't worry. Yeah. It's all up in emotion. But
Did your mum have any feelings to because obviously you know what mums are, they're very protective.
Yeah, she was
is there anyone on the show that she was like?
No, she knows it's just a show, and it was really sweet. I know that me and Livy had a massive, not an argument, but a sort of argument in there. And Livy reached out to my mum straight away saying, I'm so sorry that happened, blah, blah. And it was really sweet. And my mum knows it's just a game. Watching it, she was I think the crying one, she was I'll never watch that ever again. I was yeah, fair. The show is the most intense thing I've ever experienced in my entire life. And I'm not just saying that. I used to watch the show previously and be why are they crying? That's so embarrassing. What? You've known these people for a day. And then you get in there and they're bawling my eyes out. It's stress. We film for so many hours a day. When people think it's you, it's almost like they're attacking your character and personality. I think it's oh, I'm just disliked. Why does everyone hate me? But it's not. It's just a game. But it's how it come across. No, not really. To be fair.
Who got with who?
Yeah.
I can't lie.
It's not Love Island.
I actually thought that there was something there between Leanne. I was so wrong, obviously.
Leanne and Leon.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I was going over to seeing it. No. First of all, Leanne's a lesbian.
I know.
And Leon's got a wife, but they're both lovely.
I know.
And their partners are lovely. But no, nothing. Because it's not really like that. Because when you're in there, you're so set on finding traitors and stuff like that. It's not oh, that person's good looking, let me get with them or whatever. And I generally think most of the cast actually had a partner, I want to say.
No, I'm taking it.
I mean,
entertainment.
I'd be entertaining for it. Don't know if I'd be any good at the cooking. I might prove I'm wrong. Wait till you see his carbonara. My grated cheese, that's what's made this the best thing ever. Exactly. So yes, maybe.
So just so we can get all of the water.
There.
So that liquid gold is now at the bottom of the pan. We keep all of that starchy pasta water. We might not use all of it, but it's good to have I always like to have a cup's saved.
Yeah, of course.
So we've got to move quite quickly now because you don't want that pasta to kind of go dry. So we want to basically look how much oil. Remember how I said you don't need oil?
Yeah, because it's going to recreate its own oil. That's wild.
So basically we want to...
You don't want all the oil, do you? No.
You're not going to use all of it, but you kind of need to strain it. Keep a little bit in the pan.
Looks very crispy.
It's exactly what you want. What I like to do is I like to keep a portion of the guanciale just to garnish. Okay. So garnish is when you put it on top, right? So look, I'm just going to keep a bit of this to put on top. So this is going to be
sprinkle it on top.
Yeah, exactly.
Could have just said sprinkle by using fancy words.
There you go. Just trying to teach you, mate. Just trying to teach you.
Thank you.
So now what I want you to do is pour just a little bit. All right, stop. Bit more. So you're going to see now how this goes into a nice creamy, see how it's
Yeah, it
already
has.
loosened up? So that's essentially what makes the carbonara sauce. So you're not getting any of that store-bought shit.
This is quite
That-
this looks that looks like homemade traditional. Looks good,
Exactly.
people.
What's really important as well, so we've got our pasta. You want to take this off the heat. You don't want this to be too hot now, because
Okay.
if you add the egg, it will curdle and it'll go all lumpy. So what we're going to do now, this is pasta water. You add a little bit of the pasta water, and what that does is it just makes sure that the pan's not too hot.
Okay.
So when we add our pasta, so this is actually perfect now. We can
Add
add,
your pasta next. So
we're going to add in this. Oh, no.
You swear I'll hold.
Yes. You hold, I'll do everything else.
That's the story of my life. If you ask any of my friends at uni, like I get them to cook.
I think I actually got a
daily.
message from one of your uni friends that said, get Freddie to cook pasta. I think it's an inside joke that you can't cook pasta. So now you're going to see what this kind of come together. I'm going to keep it on and off the heat.
Yeah.
And you're going to see a creamy carbonara come together. But I like it to be a little bit, not wet, but like a little bit like saucy. So I just add a little bit more of that. So I'm going to do one plate and you're going to do another one.
Okay.
Because I'm honestly very bad at doing
You're bad at plating. If you're bad at plating, I must be.
Right, so this is my trick. Let me show you what I normally do.
Very good.
Beautiful.
I like that. That looks nice. I'm
So-
excited to try this.
I like to get a good amount basically in here,
Okay.
and I use this to basically twist
Twizzle
it.
it. That's quite clever, actually. Wow, you're a clever man.
But this is the hard part. It never normally comes out how you want it to. To be honest, yours could even look nicer than mine. Let's see.
I can assure you it won't.
And just a sprinkle.
So you said we had too much pepper, and now you're going to put more pepper on.
I know.
Okay.
So this is my plate. Not bad.
Stunning.
Not bad. Now, my boy,
Oh God.
take the lead.
See, I'm the sort of person who just dumped it on the plate, but we will. For you, I will.
Here, you give
I will give you
utensils.
presentation.
Ooh, chefy boy. Mate, you must be proud of yourself. Come on.
So proud of myself.
We done well there. We done well.
Respects. That was really nice, actually. I'm not just saying that because you're next to me.
That is actually good.
That's actually quite good.
I'll give them the honest as well. I'm very happy with it.
No, that's really, really good.
So Freddie, just to finish,
Yep.
what are your plans for this year?
Okay, 2025. It's just about trying to just take every opportunity that comes my way. Now that I've suddenly got this like platform, which I think is crazy, by the way. Like I'm just a normal person, but it's wild. I love it. See what happens. Try and up my social media game. Up the TikTok game. Get some brand partnerships, hopefully.
So what are some dream brands you want to work with?
Some brands I want to
Yeah.
work with. Love a bit of ASOS, love a bit of Urban Outfitters, love a bit of weekday jeans. Gotta get your jeans from, there you go, weekday jeans. I'm really making a fool of myself here. And then, what else would I say? Maybe some like hair products like John Frieda.
Okay.
That's what get this curly hair. Curling. Yeah, it's giving curls, so that's what we're talking about. And then just try and get some like experience in the TV presenting world. Like some work
You got that, bro. You're
experience.
confident, you're young,
I appreciate
gotta
that,
be
man.
hungry, work
yeah,
hard.
hungry. I'm the hardest worker. If you're
be
out there,
respectful.
exactly.
Treat
Stay
mumsy,
true to
treat
yourself. Treat
mumsy.
mumsy as well, always.
Which is what I love the most about you is when you talked about if you were to win, you would have.
100% would have. My mum's like done everything for me since I was like, well, born obviously. But no, I've grown up with like a single parent background. It's just me and her as well. So then
Yeah.
that gives that really like
Really
close-knit,
close dynamic,
like,
yeah.
Have you got siblings?
Yeah, one sibling.
Sibling?
Yeah. You?
No, only child. So I think that's why me and my mum are also like really, really close because it'd be that or I'd be like talking to the wall for most of my childhood. So it's really nice. So big up, mum.
Big up, Mumsy. Freddie, bro,
Ooh.
my little brother.
Yes, mate.
It's been a pleasure. Taught you how to cook a carbonara.
Exactly.
I hope to see you in the cooking realm of some form. Next time I see you, I'm gonna be like, Freddie, what are you gonna be cooking? But no, it's been a pleasure having you.
Mate,
I'm excited
pleasure.
to see what you do.
Of course.
Be sure to stay tuned in for more guests, more restaurants. Locked in.